Welcome to the Frisco podcast. I'm your host, Scott Ellis, and this week I am joined by Jenny Dean from Jenny Dean Fitness. If you don't already know who Jenny is, then right now, unless you're driving, I want you to go pull up your phone, grab Instagram, and search for Jenny Dean Fitness and start following her right now. She is amazing, and she is doing all kinds of fun content, and we're going to get to know her a little better today. Jenny, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's very good to have you here. You're kind of all over the place on social and around town. You've got a thing going on with Jenny Dean Fitness, but you're just getting up and going,
yes.
right?
Yes.
With this brand.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to talk a little bit about how you got here and your background and how you became the fitness professional that you are. So how did it all begin?
I know.
You have good habits that most of us would like to have. So
Right. So my mom did a really good job of raising me somewhat healthy. Food was not emotionally attachment. We just kind of ate for fuel. We would always go play tennis and always active, always in some type of sports. Just grew up that way. And then I went to college and I was not that way. I had stomach aches all the time, felt awful. My diet was awful. Did that for 4 years. And then after 4 years, I read a book about clean eat diet. It was called the Eat Clean Diet book. And it changed my view of food because food wasn't emotional to me. I just used it as fuel. Something clicked in my brain. I cannot explain it because I've given that book to several people and they don't get it. So I don't know if it was the book or not. But after college, I became a special education teacher for 10 years. I taught elementary through high school. And I had babies and I decided to stay at home. And staying at home was not for me. I kind of thought I wanted to always stay at home with my kids, but I just wanted more. So I went to yoga classes. I went to fitness, and that's the only place that I found myself fulfilled, like really, really felt like I was at my highest potential in a class or after a class. So I became a yoga instructor, and ever since then, for 7 years, I've been teaching classes every day, Monday through Friday, and I also teach teachers now.
Wow. So, and I know yoga's been a big, big part of this journey for you. And I want to talk some more about that one specifically. How do you become, or how long does it take to become not just a yoga instructor, but a yoga instructor?
So a lot. Just becoming a yoga instructor is 200 hours. Most certifications are a weekend. So this is 200 hours. We start in August and we graduate in December.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a chunk of your time. And to be able to teach the teachers, you have to have 2,000 hours of experience and you have to be certified. So in 8 years, I have taught 2,000 classes.
Yeah, easily, I'm sure.
Easily. And it's just more experience the better you are as teaching other teachers.
And so so you started this 8 years ago with the yoga. How often do you teach now, yoga?
Every day.
Every day? 7 days a week?
6 days a week.
6 days a week. That's
and
a
then
lot of yoga.
Yeah, it's a lot of yoga. In an infrared heated room, so, I'm always sweaty. Hair's always a mess. And I believe in functional fitness also, so I became CrossFit certified. And I love the aspect of CrossFit mixed with yoga.
Okay, that's a pretty good combination.
Yes.
Well, first of all, if people want to learn more from you or they want to come out and take one of your classes, first of all, let me warn you, it is not easy. This is not like, get your Zen thing on yoga. I mean, you'll get your Zen thing on, but you're going to work at it.
Yeah, I say it's not your grandma's yoga.
No, it's not that kind of yoga, but it is really an amazing workout. And it is in an infrared heated room. So, if you've done hot yoga before where it's a super humid, high heat kind of environment and it's stifling at times.
Yes.
This is different, right? So talk to us a little bit about that.
Right. So there's only 2 other studios in Dallas that have infrared heated studios. The difference is you walk in to a regular central air heated studio, it's almost, you have to take a big, huge breath as soon as you walk in because it's like a sauna. And some people like that. I've practiced both ways. Infrared heat it works on a cellular level. So it does not heat the room. It heats the bodies in the room. So it's just like sunlight, but without the UVA rays, basically. Really, really good for joints, for soreness. The harder you work, the more you're going to sweat. So you could be right next to someone and you could be sweating your butt off and they're not sweating at all. So they are not working as hard. And it's personal. Everybody's different in that way.
But that's also good, right? Because people are going to be at different levels and have different capabilities, different stages. So you can kind of gauge that for yourself and try to push yourself, but you're not going to have to keep up or be in a place that's just well beyond your capabilities.
Right. It's all relative.
Yeah. And this just I want to make sure we tell people, this is at Hot Body Yoga.
Hot Body Yoga.
In Frisco, which is up off of El Dorado and the
Tollway. Yep.
Right there. So, and how long have you been at Hot Body?
Since it's been open. We're going on 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody, Wendy, our CEO, and my wife goes and takes classes there, and she's there probably 5 times a week. I think she tries
she's there
to go,
all the time.
if not 6, sometimes 7.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always funny. I'll ask her every day. I ask her the same question: how was yoga? And it's always hard. But most days she just says it was hard. And then other days she comes home and she's like, it was Jenny. And I know that's like hard.
But she kicks butt. I mean, I'm very, very proud of her.
It really has been really amazing for her. It's very good for her. And I can see a difference in her demeanor and how she feels, on days when she goes versus when she doesn't. So as much as I know there are mornings she does not want to drag herself out of bed.
Right, but once she goes, they never regret a class. I'm the same way. I'll never regret a workout. You just got to go. That's the hardest part, is getting there.
It is. But let's move on. You're doing yoga and teaching 6 days a week. But that's you teaching yoga. That's not really your workout, right?
Right.
That's everybody else's workout, even though you're probably burning some extra calories there. What are you doing for Jenny's personal workouts? Because you're, let me just say, in amazing shape.
Oh, you're sweet.
But, you work at it. You've earned it.
Yes.
You're putting in a lot of work, and we see that through, again, go follow her on Instagram, Jenny Dean Fitness. Like, every day, you're just hammering away. So what are you doing for your workouts?
So I was introduced to CrossFit, I would say almost 4 years ago. And I hated it. I remember, I remember crying. I remember throwing up. I remember not being able to run a 400 meter. I remember having to walk. What I love about CrossFit is the community. They make you finish, or they'll run with you if you can't finish. And I've never been in a community like that. I normally just go to the gym, do my own thing, put some headphones in, and just go. So what I loved about CrossFit was the community. They kind of never let me quit. So it taught me not to quit, first of all. And the high intensity is something I crave now. I used to hate it. And it took about a year of me really getting into it. I see the benefits, because you can go into CrossFit and do a 7-minute workout, and that's it. No one understands that. But you put in 150%. So after 7 minutes, you're done. You're completely depleted. It taxes your muscles. And it's just something I've never experienced before. And every day is different. So I do CrossFit 4 times a week. And then I teach yoga, and I try to incorporate some type of yoga during the week.
Okay.
But I definitely, right now in my lifestyle, I get more out of lifting heavy weights, running, more of the cross training. But I do believe it all changes. It will change. In 5 years, I don't know what I'll be doing.
And that's a great segue, because one of the things I wanted to talk about was helping people understand how to figure out what kind of workout is best for them.
Right.
Because what works for you, what works for me isn't necessarily going to be right for somebody else. So let's start at the beginning. If somebody's just getting going, I think trying different things is a good place to start, just to see what's good for you.
Yes.
But do you have a recommendation on a place to start?
Yes. Well, not really a place. I tell people, if they're really just beginning, walk. I say walk the neighborhood, put a podcast in. 20, 30 minutes of walking daily is huge. And I say do a month or 2 of that. And that will help your confidence. That will help your stamina. Then you can go try a class. Classes, I believe, are better for people just beginning because they don't have to think too much. They are just being told what to do. They get the energy in the class. So like a Orange Theory Fitness, anything that will get them to go and to be committed and to stay consistent. That's the problem, is people just want to tap out.
I'm really glad you said walk, because
Yeah.
I think people, are going to follow you on Instagram and see somebody that is much more advanced.
Right.
And they wouldn't think go for a walk, right? They're going to want to dive in and go hardcore on something. And I used to have a habit. I've gotten out of it, and I really want to get back into it again. I don't know if I'll do it in the summertime, but I used to get up every morning and I would go for about a 4-mile walk.
Good for
and
you.
I'd put on my headphones, and it was just a great way to start my day. And it gave me time to think and to wake up. And it was easy for me to do. And I think this was important for people that are just starting out. It was easy to do because I wasn't stressing myself out about having to go really exert myself hard right out of the gate. I could get up and just go and kind of, get
and that's the best time, is to just go, maybe drink some water before. It's called fasted cardio, and you just walk.
Yeah. Okay.
It gets your mind right, gets everything moving in the body. I think that's huge. And then, of course, diet. Just always have to watch what you eat.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Do you have any guidelines around that, though? Because, diet is there's so much information out there. There's a lot of bad information out there. So what are like the simplest things that people can do?
Yeah, I
diet's
keep it
a big part of it.
super simple. If it's not good for you, if I wouldn't give to my kids, I'm not going to eat it. So fried food we all know what's good and what's bad. And I do believe in treating yourself, ice cream or whatever. I don't believe in full meals. Just because once you start eating clean, your body doesn't crave all the bad stuff, which a lot of people don't understand that. But the longer and longer you're consistent eating good foods, that there's for everything I put in my mouth, there's a reason for it. Mm-hmm. So it's pure fuel. It's pure. This is going to make me have energy. This is going to make me feel good. So I try not to think about it too much. I think people think I don't count calories. I've never gone on a cleanse. I've never gone on a juice cleanse. I think your body kind of does that itself. And just to be smart, just make smart choices. Keep it very easy.
Yeah, when you're putting something in your mouth that you shouldn't.
Right.
I don't know if this may or may not be the most sound advice. I'm not the professional, but one of the things I try to do when I get tempted is to just make a better choice.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I don't push myself too hard to never eat things that I would like to eat. But when I start craving something that I know I really shouldn't eat, just do something that's better than what you're thinking about.
Yeah.
Right? Just try to make a slightly different choice and start to adjust those habits a little
Exactly.
bit.
I think a lot of people are emotionally attached to food.
Oh, yeah.
And they need to figure what that is first. And then once you figure that out, it's easy.
How do you figure that out?
You just have to go soul searching, and it normally stems from the childhood, like what type of, were dinners huge, and were they all centered around food? I have to say my mom did a great job. She was like, you sit down, you're going to eat, you don't get choices, and then you get up from the dinner table and then you move. It wasn't we just never had discussions about food. But then I got married, and he grew up a whole different way, where every 4th of July or every occasion was centered around food.
Yeah.
And that's just a whole nother mindset that I have to acknowledge, and I have to appreciate, because he is emotionally attached to that.
I think a lot of us grew up that way.
Yes.
Had those emotional attachments and locations, holidays,
Yes.
things like that, where food was such a big part of it.
Yeah.
That, that's a tough one to break. But
It is, and there's nothing wrong with enjoying it if that's what's gonna, flip, but just not every day.
yeah. All right, let's go talk about the brand some more. Now, we've kind of got your background. We know what you do. You've got Jenny Dean Fitness website going live very soon.
Yes.
Where are you going with this? Where does Jenny want to take this?
So
brand?
I want to expand from just teaching at one studio. I would like to open it up to the world and have, yoga and cross-training classes available online just for a monthly fee. I'm going to hire a videographer, and we're going to do 3 sessions a week, just different workouts people can do. Because I get asked all the time, can you video your classes, or can you send me a workout? So I'm just going to have it all on one site. And then I also do community yoga events. I believe fitness, health, everything community should be a fun event, family. So I go around different locations in Frisco and in Dallas. I have one in Dallas coming up. And those will all be on the website. Just fun community yoga events where everybody with like-minded people can all get together.
So let's talk about those, because you've done a few of them.
Yes.
We've definitely seen the highlights and some of the footage and the
Yep.
social. Can you give us an example of a community fitness event, like something you've done?
Yep.
And then let's talk about what else is coming up.
So the recent one was a fun one. It was a evening. So it was sunset yoga at a sushi restaurant at the Dallas Star. And we were on the second floor. I had a DJ there. We did 75 minutes of yoga. And then everybody drank and ate afterwards. And we stayed till probably 11 o'clock at night. So it was everybody eating, communicating, I just like being around healthy, like-minded people, and then you get to enjoy and meet your families, and that's just what yoga is all about.
And so that was Sushi Marquee.
Yep.
We definitely want to give them a plug, because
Yes.
I think that was a huge event.
Which they want to do another one in July.
Okay, very
Yep.
good. So this one will probably, I think this episode goes out next week, so
Okay.
that'll be July 3rd when people are listening to this. So do you have any events shortly after July 3rd? Anything coming up that we can cue people up for? Because these events look like a lot of fun. I haven't been to one yet, and I'll admit I am one of the least coordinated people you're going to meet, but I'm still going to come out and do a community
You so
yoga
need to
one day,
come.
and it'd be good for me.
We are going to have the July 29th. It's a Sunday, and we're going to have brunch at Sushi Marquee and then do 75 minutes of yoga.
Okay. Well, in that order? Are we doing
Opposite
yoga first?
order.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you'll be eating afterwards.
That's important.
Yeah, you don't want to eat before.
Especially
No.
not in the middle of July.
No, and it will be so hot, so hot.
Yeah, but that'll be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're having another one, Top Golf, the Thursday that everyone gets back from school. So it's like August 15th. It's a Thursday evening. And they have a huge upstairs balcony. So they want us to do yoga up there and then have all the
Interesting.
families go and play golf afterwards.
Okay. I was wondering where they would do that at Top Golf. But
Yeah,
that
no
sounds
one
like
sees
fun.
that big, huge balcony, but it's nice.
Okay, so yoga and golf. So,
Yes. So big family event.
yeah. And when is that?
That is August 15th.
Okay, that's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
That might be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'll get some of the dads out that haven't done yoga
Right,
before too, right?
exactly.
That want to go swing the clubs. and-
Exactly.
okay.
It's for everybody.
I like it. So what else though for Jenny Dean Fitness? The videos are going to be awesome. You're going to be doing community events. Anything else that we should be looking forward to?
I just got nutrition certified online, so I can give out nutrition advice. I just kind of want to be the one-stop shop for fitness and nutrition. I live, eat, and breathe the stuff, so I just want to be able to share and help other people and impact other people's lives.
Yeah, that's awesome, and you're doing a great job of it.
Thank you.
There's some interesting fitness professionals in Frisco. I'm really glad to see you getting Jenny Dean Fitness up and running
Thank you.
and going. And one of the things I want to encourage, because our podcast and our site and everything is so Frisco focused.
Yes.
That you've got access here in Frisco to some really amazing people like Jenny. So if getting fit is something you want to do, this is doing stuff online and remote is awesome,
Right.
but it's kind of extra cool when that person's right there in your backyard, and do the online classes if that's easier for you. But once in a while, go take a class,
Yeah.
meet that person in person, go to one of the community events, be a part of that community. That's something that you can't get in a purely virtual environment.
Right.
So I think the virtual and the in-person things complement each other well, but hopefully, people will really take to what you're doing, and
Yes, I hope so.
yeah. Well, keep doing everything you're doing on social. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
And for everybody that wants to come follow you, we've already given them Instagram as Jenny Dean Fitness.
Yes.
Where else can they find you?
I'm on Facebook, Jennifer Griffith Dean, and then I have my own business page, which is Jenny Dean Fitness, that follows through Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. Jenny Dean Fitness. And I haven't made it to Twitter yet. I need to do that.
Twitter can be interesting.
I know.
Yeah, it's kind of it moves so fast.
Yeah.
That it'd be interesting to see how that would work for you. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
know.
a big fan of Twitter. I know a lot of people have kind of pushed it by the wayside or check it just kind of periodically, but I love Twitter.
It's great for information.
It is, and it's great for data mining too. If you
Yeah.
want to go out and find people that are talking about different things, they've got go to search.twitter.com and you can find all kinds of things that people are talking about and searching for, and you can even search by location. So you could go out and probably find people that are talking about, yoga and fitness and stuff like that in Frisco. Just put in your keywords in your location and start connecting with some people.
That's a good idea. Okay.
It's a good tip for everybody out there listening.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll keep it up. Keep doing the great stuff you're doing. We're glad to have you on board. You're going to be having some articles on Lifestyle Frisco as well. So you guys keep your eyes open for that content. And you've got a page on Lifestyle Frisco.
Yep.
But the main place to find you is going to be jennydeanfitness.com and then Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
Now. Awesome. Jenny, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me,
We're going to have you back as well.
Good.
We're going to try to stay on top of this whole fitness thing.
Okay.
So we're going to drag you back down here once in a while, and we'll get into some more specifics next time around.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. And thank all of you for tuning into the Frisco podcast. We'll talk to you next time.
You're listening to RNCN, the digital destination for premium talk radio.